back to Project Not Slow.
So Maxpeedingrods reached out to us and asked us if we could test out one of their turbos. So I said, send us your biggest turbo. It was too big. So we decided to go with a little bit smaller turbo, but still much larger than any turbo we have on any of our cars.
Usually I don't believe in Chinese horsepower, but apparently right now the world record for the fastest OM 606 is held with the Chinese turbo. So let's give it a try. We're gonna put it on a Burnout car and see if it spools it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's gonna spool it. We got NOS. We'll make it spool. But it is a very large turbo.
I'm really curious of how much more air would flow, because with the turbo we have on our Burnout car currently, we've only done what, 20 psi?
No, it was a little over 20 psi.
A little, not even. I don't
20,
think.
25 psi.
Yeah.
That's because the wastegate was always leaking really bad.
Yeah.
Since I was in a hurry welding it, it warped, and now it was like leaking a lot. But I mean, that turbo with 25 psi, I was able to do 4th gear burnouts. So
yeah. With nitrous.
This is significantly larger. So let's open it up, see what's inside. Oh my goodness, this is just
it says turbo on the packaging.
That is huge.
Oh my goodness.
No way, bro. That's a fat ass turbo. Ooh. Damn.
Golden.
It's gold.
It smells.
Oh. This thing is so heavy. Oh, look at that. We got the gold.
The exhaust
Ooh,
housing is ginormous.
It spins real good. Oh, the other way.
The exhaust housing is gigantic. It's like barely holding it.
No back pressure.
This is a H1C housing, which is a similar size to a HX35.
Compressor housing.
And actually, it's not that much bigger. But the compressor wheel is like 50% larger.
That's huge. Anyways, there's a whole spec sheet of this turbo. I have no idea how it's gonna do on a 603. Is what we're putting it on.
Says 4.0 to 6.0 engine, but those engines didn't use nitrous. Do we even have plants
That's like
large
a
enough?
3-inch.
Why is it so much aluminum? Why is that?
So you can weld onto it. Nice.
Wow.
That is huge.
Well, now we gotta modify some stuff in order to fit this on the Burnout car.
I mean, so far it looks pretty cool. I love the gold wheel.
You gotta drill a hole so we put the nitrous.
I'll put the nitrous down there. And it is massive turbo, my goodness. Now I'm kind of nervous if we're gonna spool it.
Nitrous will spool anything. There's pretty nitrous that takes off.
If this thing is gonna do like 800 horsepower right now through the 603 with stock rods. At least we got ARP head studs.
Yeah, to keep it together.
So we're gonna put this on my Burnout old diesel Mercedes right now.
Let's start fabricating.
Dude, that's a gigantic turbo. I love that gold compressor wheel on there. It's gonna be beautiful. So, brother, you here to help? Absolutely. Oh, brother. Well, I gotta pull this thing out of retirement. Well, it wasn't really retirement. It was just on pause for now. Kind of. It's a HX40 on it currently. There might be enough room for it right here. Damn. Size comparison. Everybody likes to compare sizes. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, exhaust housing is quite the difference.
What? I mean, yeah, let's put it on. See if it does a burnout.
Yeah.
A crazy burnout.
It should.
Dude, what if we do like literally 600 horsepower with stock rods right now? Oops.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Shred the tires, blow them up. All right, let's get to it.
So this 603, after all the abuse it's went through, it likes to just fire right up every single time. It's sat since the last time we did a burnout in February.
Yeah.
So how long?
January.
Was that January?
First day of the year.
Oh, it was January 1st.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, so what is it? Like it ran yesterday. wash real quick.
Yeah.
Didn't want to work on a super dirty car.
Yeah. Now it looks
Much better.
more to how it used to look like when it was.
No, I mean, it's still not that great, but
yeah, it looks better though.
it looks a lot better and cleaner. The reason why it's so loud is because the wastegate is missing.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just took the wastegate off, so
Basically, just a hole. Basically, it's just
yeah, the whole and the exhaust.
it's
So
like a
NA, basically NA
Yeah.
sounding. Anyways, let's get to work.
So first step is obviously to take off this turbo. So let's get started.
We got this T3 to T4 adapter built real quick from Amazon. Is too long to wait.
Yeah.
Next day delivery is too slow. So build that temporary. Wouldn't do this for a long run, but this car, as you can see, it is a toy. It is for pure fun.
Yes. It's basically like farmhouse type build. Not really like race car grade, but
Yeah, slapped together. This is an exhaust from another Mercedes pipe. It actually cracked over here, so it took about like 6-7 burnouts or that he did, like pretty big burnouts, and a few times down the track.
I guess so,
This
yeah.
pipe.
I mean,
And
it
finally cracked. So
it had a really big
massive
turbo on it, yeah.
HX40. Well, just weld it back up and put a bigger turbo on.
Yeah, but added a little bit more reinforcement to it. It used to be just this little piece right here, but added this here too.
Yeah, so now it shouldn't crack.
Yeah, help even out the surface area. So quite simple adapter. It's just a piece of 3/8 with 8 holes drilled into it, and then just the hole burred out to be a T3 size with the faceplate being a T4. Quite simple, but
Yeah.
efficiency.
And then we can mount a massive turbo.
Now came out a massive turbo, and this thing, our hood stack, fits perfectly back to the Maxpeedingrods turbo, which is very nice. Except for I did test how the hood closes, and it doesn't. So might have to do a little bit of modification.
Gotta make that bigger turbo fit.
Yeah, I got a little bit of clearancing to do in order to make it fit.
We don't need this head though, so.
Gotta get bigger pliers. Yeah. Let's see if it
Gonna give it a quick test. Bam.
almost actually.
It's just rubbing. Oh, yeah. When you press it down all the way, it's fully
Oh,
rubbing.
perfect. No touching here. Turbo sticking out, that gold wheel making it look like a straight up race car.
I love
Fits
that.
perfectly. The other turbo went a little bit lower, so like this was like almost in the middle of it, but this is like perfect. Like
I decided to do a turbo out of the head because yellow.
and
Yellow.
no regrets.
There's no regrets. I actually love it so much. Just the turbo halfway out of the hood is so beautiful. All right, Daniel, fire it up. Got that turbo all sitting pretty. It looks awesome though.
spooling pretty quick. That wasn't that bad. They actually started spooling pretty quickly. That wasn't that bad. It's a little bit smoky, but that actually.
Water in the engine.
Oh yeah. But dude, that actually started picking up a little bit. That was not bad.
I was actually surprised.
Yeah, me too.
Some whistle.
Yeah, and I heard the little whistle, and then I was like, huh, interesting. And then you started giving it like doing the burnout a little bit, and I started hearing it.
I was just like, let me just
Yeah, and
then you try to put a load on the turbo, see what happens, because like it's so quiet.
And it started
like
going.
At least the 40 actually like whistles like the whole time.
Yeah, you might not even need nitrous.
Well, I probably don't need nitrous to get it going, but
we'll see. I guess we'll let's do first. Try to do no nitrous, and then after let it cool off for a couple minutes, and then just do nitrous.
Maybe. We'll see. At least
because I'm interested.
One juicy burnout. That's my goal is we'll just do one beautiful juicy burnout.
I'm just really interested to see how long it takes for this turbo with the gigantic housing. Like the exhaust housing is ginormous.
For some reason, the RPM is not working right now.
Oh, interesting.
Again, so who knows when it spools?
So I guess
I'm guessing it spools.
Yeah.
It was about to. It was 0 PSI.
Yeah, it was about to. Yeah, I heard it started picking up, but you let off a little bit, then you went back in.
We need to put some water in it.
Yeah, but pretty cool.
Getting some different wheels and tires for now. Let me lift it up for you, bro. There we go. These are my burnout tires from January. I think if I held on just a little longer, you would have had a really big show, huh? I think it's a little worse on this one. Oh yeah. That's already like the last layer right there. Oh my goodness. That's gone. Feel a little nervous just holding the tire like this. What if it just gives? That's crazy. Beautiful. Well, let's see what these puppies do. These are some drag radials, so maybe they'll make some smoke.
Shifted into second. Yeah, it was just about to light, but it shifted into second. I think that's what we're trying to get. Oh my goodness, that's a crazy amount of smoke. Wow. That was a lot of smoke, dude. It lights.
Did you put a GoPro in there?
No.
No, dang. Yeah, that was like 13 PSI.
How much?
Like 13.
13? Oh, wow. That barely did any PSI. Dude, it's so smoky. That was really smoky. It was like a thick white smoke coming out of these tires. Keep in mind, these tires are how old? These are expired for like... Yeah, these are...
From 96.
Yeah, they've been expired for probably like 20 years already almost. But they cook. That was a lot of smoke.
I mean, the turbo spooled up eventually.
Yeah.
Like 30 PSI, so, I'm good with that.
I think next nitrous to keep it going into the next gear. Because
it definitely needed it. I think the biggest thing is if the intercooler worked.
Yeah.
To cool off the air, but it's pretty hot right now. It's like what, 86 or something.
Something like that.
It's pretty hot right now. And no intercooler. Yeah, I mean, it just needed a little bit more.
Yeah, you can hear it wanted to go, but it just needed a little bit. But I think so. We'll let it cool off for a little bit, and then hook up the nitrous.
Yeah, I guess hook up the nitrous.
The bottle's set up right here for now. I'll just open it, get it ready for us. Spray? Oh yeah, it's spinning it. Oh yeah. It's gonna work good. It's still spinning. Oh, just stopped. The Borg Warner spin's actually pretty long, but so far so good. This turbo's sucking. That sounded weird. Alrighty, this time with nitrous, let's see how it works. Oof. It's blowing exhaust out of the front.
How much shot did you put in that?
The one we had before, 100.
Why did it kill it like that?
I think the turbo blew up. It was blowing exhaust out of the front.
No?
On this? That was weird. But it was
No, I think it just pulled in smoke in there.
no, it looked like it was blowing out smoke. That much
It
smoke?
pulled in smoke and then it was blowing it back out, no? Bruce Pepper was holding.
Did you give enough throttle?
Full throttle.
Full throttle and did that?
Yeah.
Maybe you hold full throttle a little bit longer and then nitrous. It spins good, but it literally looked like it was blowing like smoke out of it.
Okay. Give it a roll.
Yeah, let's try that again. Interesting. All right, let's try it again. Give it more throttle this time, and then nitrous later on. Normally it takes the nitrous, but maybe. Oh my. Woo! Wow, that's a cloud. That's how you do a burnout. Oh, nice, dude. Let's go. That worked so flawlessly. How was that? Dude, that was awesome. What gear?
Fourth gear.
Fourth gear?
Here all the way. It was over 20 views out. I didn't even watch it.
Awesome, dude.
I was so focused on that.
Yeah, I could hear you were like tapping it, and then you decided to hold it.
Yeah, later on I held it and it loved it.
Yeah, it took it. Maybe you just didn't. Maybe we got flooded with fuel, didn't go up enough, and then we flooded with nitrous. But it was a lot. It was a lot of smoke. It cleared out pretty fast. But yeah, dude, sick.
That's a lot of fun for whatever this turbo costs.
Yeah.
That is what, like $1,000 less than a fourth quarter?
Yeah, literally $1,000 less. And it. Well, she runs great. Driving her back into the shop. Gonna park her, but dude, turbo works awesome. It's not puffing white smoke. Yeah, this is gotta clean this up now. But works flawlessly. Well, I mean, except for the little bit of nitrous backfire, but you get that on those big jobs. Dude.
Sweet, bro. Success.
Dude, this is awesome. Dude, that's a really good burnout.
Actually, that's pretty awesome. I'm really happy about it. Now I'm going to try to look for some burnout events to take this thing to. Put a bigger intercooler. I was a little nervous with such a large exhaust housing to get this turbo going, but that NOS just kicked it right into gear.
Yeah. Even without the NOS, it actually spooled up decently.
Oh, without the NOS, yeah. I was surprised that it started going. Basically, I think if you were actually send it down the track, like a quarter-mile track, with a good load, like constantly, I think it would have built some really good boost and horsepower.
Yeah, dude, maybe we got to try it out. We got some sticky tires, but...
Since it's already on this car, let's just find a track and send it.
Yeah.
See what it does. I kid you not.
That would be actually really interesting. I would actually be very interested to see what this car can do.
What gives first? What gives first? German rods or Chinese turbo?
Neither. Probably the tires.
Whoever makes the head gasket. Who makes the head gasket?
L-ring.
L-ring. Where is that? Germany, France, or whatever.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, the sick turbo, dude.
I'm kind of starting to dig this whole metal, like bent out of the way. It kind of looks like it's like tearing out.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to escape. Such a big turbo trying to escape the hood.
But awesome. I love how sexy it looks.
Yeah, the gold fins make it look cool.
I know.
Has a little bit of soot on it now, but
to a car meet with this.
To a
cars
car
and
coffee
though, it's like a little. It's all a bunch of fancy cars. We pull up with one of these.
Huge thank you to Maxpeedingrods for sending us this turbo. It works really great with how our setup is currently. They have a bunch of turbos on their website, so feel free to check them out. Use Project 10 for 10% off all orders on your website. They have other parts too, suspension and other components for racing cars. Definitely gonna find a track to take this car down the strip because we're really curious to see what it'll do in the quarter mile and try to enter it into some burnout events. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. God bless you guys. God bless America. You guys have a good night.